welcome everyone. Here on 2K Sports, can't wait to get some NBA action going.
Here we go.
This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It's Western Conference versus Eastern Conference here in Dallas, Texas, where the Mavericks will try to protect home court. This, of course, their first look at the Nets. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change that now.
Yeah, a pair of losses for them in their meetings last season. And the cold, hard truth about it, they just had a hard time beating anybody last year.
You know, Greg, those were games where you thought they could get a win. But now they need to forget about it. It's in the past, let it go, and they got to focus on the present and try to make a better run of it this time. You know, James Harden, the leading isolation scorer in the league for the last 3 years plus. He's taken it to a whole new level, almost 12 points a game in isolation in 2018, and his efficiency, the best in the game, is off the charts.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention and takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively. But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
And it's interesting, isn't it? Isolation, one-on-one basketball has lost favor league-wide, but Harden flips that logic on its head.
Yeah, it can still be a little frustrating to watch at times, Kevin, but it reminds me a bit of the way that Steph Curry changed the definition of a good shot, his deep range and marksmanship from long distance. Now more and more players are shooting it from that deep. Harden is changing the definition of a good possession because he's just so talented at making the toughest shots look easy.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Cousins. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Cousins has got his second bucket.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
Pass to Harrell. Back to Young. And Cousins comes over to help. From deep, Harden. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Boy, there's a lot to like about the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's taking full advantage of it in a heartbeat.
Harden, that's good.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Young, following the bucket by the Nets. And the shot is good. Young's got 5 points so far. You're always looking for guys with confidence, but then some guys maybe go a little bit too far with that element, and the efficiency level will drop below their talent level. There are guys that can be swayed by that.
Yeah, you're right, and it's a mixed bag with those kind of guys because the talent is always on display, and it's hard not to appreciate it, but the inconsistency is frustrating. Perhaps the guy who maybe best epitomizes that is Lance Stevenson, because when he's good, he can give you a lot of stuff at both ends. When he's sideways, he can hurt you a little bit too.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
Brooklyn trailing. Ball's knocked loose. Pass break, Dallas. Harden's got the ball. And the jam by Harden.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Oh, how about the up fake there, Kev? Worked like a charm and gave him a clear lane to the basket.
GA, that is one of the prettiest moves out there if you can pull it off, and he did.
Yeah, he did. It was beautiful. You've got to sell that up fake, and he did.
This is where we see Cousins a lot. He's always up there among the league leaders in free throw attempts. It's so hard to handle in the post. The D just never knows what to do with him. And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he can get back to doing what he does best.
Pass to Hardaway. Jacks up a three. Trains the three-pointer. Hardaway has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Man, it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, you know, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you've come to the right spot. This is your game.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Nets with possession here. Nets leading by 3. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And, guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Harden. Sinks that one from the post. Harden's got 12 in the game.
Great focus from the clever guard, James Harden. I mean, so good at staying with his shot, even under duress.
Beasley with a clean look. Off target from three-point range. It's Harden with the drive. Off target from the baseline. For Brooklyn, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And so Cook nails both of them. Mavericks trail by 3. And Harden now, top of the key. And Harden with the stuff.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, and you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
Dallas moving it around. Here's Caruso. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Offline with his 3. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Caruso. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, "The drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far." Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. Now, here is Harden. He's got 14.
Up right now because he's been dominant on offense, and man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
Timeout called, the Nets. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And a new group in for the Nets. Pass to Millsap. Now here's Brown. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Brown's got his second bucket tonight.
You know, the three-point shot, guys, is something that Brown continues to improve upon. It's important for him to be knocking down these looks to expand his offensive repertoire.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
Can't get more open than that. No idea how he mistimed that mid-range shot. Maybe he was too open.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
It's deflected. Back to Harrell. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Harden. Fires the three.
Boy, he's holding his team back. Really a hindrance. Can't make a thing. He's way off today.
Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Harrell. Cousins knocks it away.
When he puts everything he has into his defense, Cousins can be a force. Big, strong, and smart. Of course, he's going to block his share of shots when he's committed.
Now, here's Cousins. He's got 12. And then Cousins with the dunk.
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court, and the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Harden outside and taken away by Brown.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
They get it back. Here's Millsap. The kick out to Brown. Offline with his three. And so Young will bring it up for Dallas. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Young's got it all tied up now for the Mavs. Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
And stolen by Cousins. In the corner, it's Oubre. And stolen by Prince. Whoa!
Hey, watch out. Watch out. Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
Jones. And Jones slams it home.
Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that.
Takes the three. And it's Cook missing. Dallas with the ball. A shot by Harden, wide open. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Pass to Cook. Millsap has the open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Millsap's got 5 points so far.
Decisive on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Millsap. He's not going to let that opportunity go to waste.
And here is Williams. Jones with the bounce pass. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, but they recover it. And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
29 seconds left in the first half. Clock at 6. Pass to Oubre. The Mavericks shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
That's his first personal foul.
The first free throw is good.
And, you know, the former undrafted point guard just continues to impress. Lin is an exciting, unpredictable player on the court, but he brings value, too. You know, he's a steady hand at the free throw line, showing tremendous confidence in this one.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Fires the three. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. He has 5. And that'll do it for the first half. Game tied. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Well, I tell you what, if you're a fan of the Nets, you've got to like the job the front office has done. When they took over the team, they were stuck in a quagmire of losing. Now, the fans have some hope as they're building towards success.
And so it's Dallas with it. For the lead. That's short off the rim. And for this Brooklyn front office, they've done a good job with what they started with.
Yeah, and even though they've taken nice small steps forward every season, complacency has to be stiff-armed and held back. The GM wants to preach impatience and doesn't want the team to feel full or satisfied.
And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets with the lead. Cousins with it. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Stolen by Harden.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
Out left of the wing. Bridges with the steal. Goes up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Phenomenal body control from Harden. Superb at just knifing inside and forcing the defense to whack it.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Pass to Prince. Wade feeling it out a bit. 5 on the clock. There's Brown with the 3. Bridges with the steal. for the lead. Harden's shot is off. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
Here's Cousins. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
Back to Young. Pass to Harden. Lets it go from deep. Hands it from downtown. Harden's got 21.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Timeout called the Nets.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
So both teams changing it up here. And it's Wade with the ball for Brooklyn. They lead by 1. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. It's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. Goes up. And the jam by Harden.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Dallas.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive.
Here's Caruso. Back to Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And talking about Carlisle's outside interests, one I know of, he's an excellent pianist.
And you know what? He is. And he's played with a well-known musician or two in concert. Also an avid pilot. This guy is a Renaissance man.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. Shot clock at 6. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. On its way from Curry for 2. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Here's Caruso. Kicks it out to Harden. Second chance shot. Good on the shot. Harden's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
Pass to Hardaway. Inside. Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
This is what every opponent dreads when they're facing Cousins. A game where he is playing with full emotion.
Here's Caruso. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Here's Caruso. And stolen by Cousins.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it, just need to get a quality shot, and quickly.
Dallas calls timeout.
Mavericks timeout call. Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
Some changes for Brooklyn.
Mavericks dancers, give them a round of applause, fans.
There's 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the shot goes in. And that's now 7 points for Lynn.
Major props to Lynn, charging to the rack with speed and sneaky athleticism.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating the whole game at a high level.
Yeah, making his teammates better through his passing. Greg, you know about that because you did it. Great job sharing the ball.
Well, I appreciate it, partner. Always important to have somebody keep rhythm in the game. Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
And Chandler throws it down.
And, you know, guys, Wade is a terrific teammate, always willing to give up the ball and share the sugar, if you will, especially when his teammate is wide open.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making... And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Nets with the lead. For 3, Millsap. Rebound by Harrell.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Yep, that one goes. Bridges got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Dallas. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Harden. Good on the bucket. Harden's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Brown, good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I call Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. It just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Harden left side. To the middle. And Harrell slams it in.
And, you know, the unselfish attitude Harden has helps his team. Awesome at moving the ball.
And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Harden's got 39.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Lets it go with the 3. On the wing, Harden. 6 to shoot. Pass to Young. No good on the shot. Excellent D from Wade. Stolen by Harden. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Nets trail by 10. That's tipped. Outside Hardaway. On its way from Curry for 2. No good that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. The pull-up. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
And Hardaway comes to help. Here's Giles. Another shot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Beasley.
And, you know, over time, Harden has really mastered the pump fake. Amazing watching him continue to trick the defense time and time again.
And the Dallas Mavericks, despite having the third worst record in the league, they had the league's highest attendance rate.
Really rabid fan base there, and they also donated quite a few tickets as well to schools, charities, you name it. So that helps when you talk about filling the arena. And quite honestly, it's a good move because kids are the fans of the future.
Got a piece of it. And the Mavericks call time here.
Start it.
Let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Outside Millsap. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. And here's Harden. To the wing right side. Oubre, no one around him. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Timeout called the Nets. They trail by 11. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Hardaway for 3. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul. From deep, Prince. From past the arc. The offensive rebound. Cousins.
You gotta love how Cousins uses his size, his reach. He's more prolific on the defensive glass, but obviously a factor on the offensive end as well.
There's 1:34 left in the game. 5 on the clock. Back to Lynn. Three-pointer. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 9 points. Back to Brown. Misses the 3. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Harden scanning the floor. Harden draws the double. Outside Williams. Pass to Lynn. 5 to shoot. And Hardaway comes to help. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Dallas.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Craig, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for James Harden.
Well, it was nice seeing him do his thing on offense, wasn't it? Turned it up a notch and flat out pulverized the defense.
And here are the Mavericks now. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that'll do it, folks.